Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jake Murphy, the Social Media and Marketing Manager here at Bespoke. And today I'm with the founder and director, Simon Noakes. So first of all, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Jake. Yeah, welcome aboard. Welcome to the team. Very much look forward to working with you, and your expertise and knowledge will be a great asset to the business.
Thank you very much. Now, as you can tell by the title of this video, our first video on the channel, Bespoke enters its 20th year of trade. So we're going to take you back on a little journey, back to 2001 when I was just 6 years old, believe it or not. And why did you decide to open Bespoke Recruitment Construction?
Okay, 20 years ago, wow, it's quite amazing. I started, if I go back a little bit further, I started in recruitment 24 years now. Started as a resourcer. Classic line that you might hear from a number of recruiters, I know you're new to this industry, that fell into recruitment. Classic one, saw an advert, recruitment, trainee required. Joined as a resourcer, fell in love with it. Worked in the industry for, 4 years. And then started Bespoke in September 2001. At the time, obviously the industry's changed a lot, and I'm going to talk about that. But very much at the time, it was very much a client focus, which is massively important. But we very much, lots of candidates in construction, they weren't really looked after. So Bespoke was formed, we felt there was a gap in the market to really have a more personal approach to candidates. Construction recruitment, sort of late 90s, early 2000s, didn't have a great reputation. And we very much wanted to offer a great service to candidates as well as clients.
Now, if you can hear a little bit of background noise, it's to do with the chiller, because we are actually now in the office that's in the Hertfordshire Golf and Country Club, which we'll speak on later about your journey, specifically of where you started and where we are now. But for those who are unfamiliar with what a recruitment company is within the construction sector, please explain to the viewers what it is exactly that we do. Okay,
so we provide trades and labour, traditionally known as blue collar. So labourers, carpenters, plasterers, handy persons. We supply mainly London and the South East, but we do supply some clients nationally. And we'll supply anything from a small one-person builder right up to a multinational contractor, and have done successfully there for 20 years. Yeah.
And like we said, we mentioned the 20 years. We're now to obviously this building. Obviously, you moved from Loughton. So kind of what journey have you gone on within the past 20 years? Just give a brief year 1, year 5 kind of journey.
Okay, so year 1 we had a small office, 2 desks, 2 phones. I think we started 1 computer, funnily enough, in Bow. We felt we had to be in London to win work. We couldn't afford London, so I say it's central London, and the Ring of Steel. So we had a small office in Bow. I think recruitment has changed so much now. You look at it going back to late 90s again, early 2000s, about trying to come across repetitive. The technology, CRMs involved has changed so much. I mean, we were literally on the phones all day, ringing cards, a card system, you flick through your card system, ringing your candidates. Whereas now there's much more improvements in technology that's helped us improve. But ultimately our job is still personality, phone, looking after a candidate, looking after a client. We can have all the technology in the world. That only speeds up the process. The fundamentals of this job, especially in construction recruitment, is we've got to look after a candidate, make sure he wants to work for us every week, keep him busy. If we keep that person busy and keep our client happy, there's not much more we can do. And fundamentally, that's what we do day to day.
So you mentioned the 2 key words there, which are candidates and clients. So what's the difference between candidates and clients, and particularly what service does Bespoke offer for both candidates and clients? Okay, so
from a client point of view, obviously we look to work with them supplying their contract labour. Different spends or different requirements per client. What I mean by that is some people use us to supplement their original labour force. Some people use exclusively for their labour force apart from management, whereas other companies might just be ad hoc, and so just top up in busy or seasonal periods. Services we offer, as we say, blue collar, builders cleans, and now more our management and white collar sections. So in terms of their permanent requirements, white collar requirements, that's something we're really going to invest in hard in 2021. I think we're certainly established name for blue collar. So if you need us for a labourer, a carpenter, a plasterer, you'll certainly give us a try. But now we're looking to take that blueprint we have now in blue collar into the white collar side. In terms of our candidates, the services we offer those, it's fundamentally, we've got to keep them busy. You know, if we can keep our plasterers, carpenters, bricklayers happy paying the right rates, keep them as close to their residual where they reside, and make sure they're happy, it's really important, you know, because ultimately we can have all the work to fill. We've got no candidates. I don't want to sound stupid, we can't fill those jobs. It's really important we don't disregard the service we offer to our candidates. The market is very competitive, which is great. We embrace competition, we love competition, and one for very much talking up our industry. You know, at Bespoke, you won't hear us talking down our competitors. We embrace it, and we very much, it gives us passion and fight to make sure we're doing our job every day, because we're judged daily, whether it be a pay query, a letdown, which happens. It's important we deal with that, it happens, but how we react to that is very, very important.
And you speak about making the candidates and the clients happy. There's also 3 other buzzwords for this year, which are the ones know, like and trust. And it's easy to say, know us, like us, trust us, but exactly what do those words mean to you, and how are you going to input it into the company? Okay,
so they need to know us, they need to know every part of the business, what we offer, as in the products and portfolio we offer. They need to know our staff, you know. As a client, they want to know who they're dealing with, they need to have met them. You know, I'm very much the language, know us, because we're responsible. It's our job to look after you. So I'm very passionate about that. So the know side is really to know who they're dealing with, know us, what we do, visually as well as physically, and obviously hearing us communicate to us. Candidates need to know who we are, how they get paid, when they get paid. Basics, you know, trust us, you know, and like us. We like us because, you know, we do our job. We're consistent in what we do. We will let people down, you know. We're a service industry, we're not a product industry. So some people will not go to work, but it's how we deal with that. And the trust side is that we're 20 years in. I'd like to think we know what we do. That doesn't mean we sort of rest on our laurels there. So like us, trust us, because we can deliver. Give us a chance. It's about consistency. And overall, yeah, that's what it is really.
We go on to like the next question here, and we're in a very difficult time in terms of the country with COVID and the lockdowns, obviously since March last year. Construction's been one of the only companies fortunate enough to remain open, unlike the barbers, as you can tell by the fur on both of our faces. What kind of challenges has the company faced, and construction as a whole, during this time?
Okay, well, I mean, when we first had the lockdown when we really had the lockdown in April, I mean, construction never closed as a sector. But we had a duty of care to the team, you know, people that work for us here at Bespoke, you know, their well-being is at heart. So we obviously worked remotely then. We kept a skeleton workforce in the office. And work did stop. I mean, ultimately, I think because the first lockdown, clients weren't sure what was happening in terms of social distancing, in terms of being educated quite quickly on what was open, what the rules were. So sites did close. We then started opening again. And I think it was important that we took steps to make sure that our candidates were safe and aware and educated, so they could travel to work. And we really tried to make sure that, whereas candidates might get on the train, try and home them to somewhere where they could walk, cycle. That was important. We've also obviously making sure we can help our clients, because our clients have responsibilities to their clients. So helping with cleans, not from a revenue point of view or trying to increase work, it's making sure we all work together to get through this. We've got good measures in place now in the new office. Everyone seems happy here. Well, the option of working from home, I mean, a year ago no one knew what Teams or Zoom was really, or House Party. But I think it's making sure that we adapt, you know, we're agile enough. And whilst we can't do the visits or events with our clients we love to do, ultimately we get on the phone, we speak to people, we deal with it. And I think the barriers that this industry has been put up, we've hit those, gone through those, and we'll continue to work with everyone to make sure that we are compliant, but also can deliver consistently to our clients.
Well, like you mentioned there, Zoom is a great tool. Obviously, a lot of our content might have to be from Zoom with podcasts going into the future, but let's just hope House Party is an app that stays firmly in 2020. Now we go on to 2021, obviously there's plans that we might not be able to actually undertake because of social distancing reasons, this, that and the other.
Yep.
But what are the plans for 2021 and the 20th year of the company? Obviously we've already got a YouTube channel in, you've got me in, which is obviously my aim is to hopefully step up the social media presence.
Sure.
What other plans have you got going forward?
I mean, the plans aren't changing. Obviously we're going through a difficult time, but we're still going to drive on. We moved to a new location here. Part of the factor was the well-being of staff. It's a good location. It works very well. The facilities here for the staff are great, entertaining clients as well. As we said, the white collar side is something we really want to kick on this year. Invest heavily more into our builders cleans, get more teams out on the road as well. And also grow the team. Rob Lawler here as Operations Director is doing a fantastic job running the floor. So we're looking to bring new people in as well to grow the team and to widen the network of clients really. So yeah, plans are great. 20th year, we really want to kick on now. You know, embrace the competition, but work hard, get back to basics, and that is service. And the know, like and trust is very important to me.
And you speak about the office for the well-being of the staff. Obviously we're at Hertfordshire Golf and Country Club, there's loads of land. It's probably the only time I've ever been able to feed the geese and go to work at the same time. As silly as that sounds, it's nice to look at, and obviously you can go for runs around, and especially in this kind of environment where it's go at times, it's very good for the mental well-being of staff. But you mentioned earlier about getting people into work, like the candidates and the mental well-being of them. As a company, I think it's fair to say their needs and their wants are just as important as ours in the office.
Oh, massively, yeah, massively. I mean, we put newsletters out to candidates. We're here, you know, it's very much mental health is a very prominent subject. I mean, 20 years ago, if you went to employ with mental health issues, they'd probably send you down the road. But now it's huge, you know, and very, very much, whether you're a labourer for us, a carpenter for us, work for us for 5 years, work for us for 5 minutes, trainee here at Bespoke, you know, everyone is embraced and looked after. It's really, really important because we work hard, you know, and yes, we're in a nice facility, but fundamentally we've got to look after our clients, you know, and our candidates, you know. Candidates don't want to know if there's queries not being dealt with, but we're in a nice office. No, you know, we work hard, we look after our staff, but fundamentally we have to deliver, and that is to our labourers and to our clients. So this helps us because staff well-being is very, very important to me.
And of course, like you say, the happier staff, the better service the candidates are going to get, and the clients are going to get. So to save you having a death by video, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Obviously our first video, much more content coming up over the next weeks and months. But all we'd like to say really is please like, share and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, it helps us out. Obviously provides us better content to give to you once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, so such as live videos that we could do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with your help, Jake, I mean, just to finish up, it's a case of we're going to use this channel to engage with clients and candidates. There'll be topics on here that are channeled at each. But obviously we're getting some guest speakers in as well for some client information, some legislation updates, a little bit of meet the team as well. So it'll be knowledgeable, informative, factual, a little bit of humour as well. A little bit of fly on the wall stuff, I think.
Well, fantastic. All that's left to say is we wish all of our viewers, candidates and clients a happy and successful 21. Until next time, goodbye.